participate and join with the rally on Friday, and then of course all staff will be able to head to Frankfort on Saturday to participate and have a physical presence there. So the ultimate goal that we feel like we need to see accomplished is for our elected officials here at the local level to override the governor's vetoes on the budget and the revenue bills, and also include a CERS phase-in of a new amount of money that local districts will be expected to pay for employees that the state used to pay.
Cheyenne Fant, director of the district's 21st Century program, told the board that several continuation grants for 21st Century have been approved for a total of 5: Barron County High School, Barron County Middle, Heistville, Temple Hill, and Austin Tracy Elementaries. Due to the limited number of grants, the board also approved for after-school child care to extend to Park City, Red Cross, and Eastern Elementaries. Fant is also in charge of nutrition services for the district, and the department sponsoring the Walk a Mile in My Shoes, a fun walk that highlights the reality of the hunger problem faced by many students. Anyone interested in sponsoring that event, Fant says you can call Barron County Schools or log on to their website. She invited everyone out April 25th to Red Cross Elementary for a locally sourced farm-to-school lunch. And this Sunday is the Community Education Art Show at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. She said this year's summer camp theme was Faces of the Future, and those summer camps will be available at all district elementary schools. Scholarships will also be available. The camps run from 7 until 1. Eastern, Park City, and Red Cross will offer afternoon camps with student transportation provided. Again, you can get more on the district's website. Right now at 6:13 a.m. on this finally Friday morning, 65 degrees.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC.
In more local news, a traffic stop leads to drug charges. On Wednesday, Officer Jonathan Clark made a traffic stop on a 2001 Nissan Altima on Columbia Avenue for expired registration. The driver, 33-year-old Vincent McAllister of Park City, was arrested shortly after, charged with no registration plate, possession of a controlled substance, and drug paraphernalia. A passenger inside the car, 51-year-old Robert Suver of Glasgow, was also arrested, charged with possession of a controlled substance, drug paraphernalia, and tampering with physical evidence. Both were lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. And on Wednesday, 67-year-old Sterling Ball of Antioch, Tennessee, was traveling westbound on St. Mary's Court. Unfamiliar with the area, Ball accidentally ran off the roadway in his 2007 Ford Ranger, striking the ditch line. He was transported by Barron Metcalf EMS to T.J. Sampson Hospital for treatment of minor injuries. Officer Mason Weddington investigated. He was assisted by Glasgow Fire Department and Barron Metcalf EMS. New technology leads to the identification of a Jane Doe whose body was found nearly 4 decades ago. According to the Miami County, Ohio Sheriff's Office, Jane Doe was found hours after she was killed by strangulation and blunt force trauma in late April of 1981. She became known as Buckskin Doe because of the coat that she was wearing. The Miami County Sheriff's Office took advantage of some new technology and investigative techniques, and through a partnership with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, were able to develop a picture of what she may have looked like using facial reconstruction. On April 9th of this year, she was positively identified as 21-year-old Marcia King, who was 21. She was 21 years old at the time of her death and was from Arkansas. However, investigators believe she had ties to Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania shortly before her murder. Miami County Sheriff's Office has worked tirelessly to identify her, and they are now moving forward with a homicide investigation. You can go online to WCLUradio.com to see the facial reconstruction of Marcia L. King. Anyone who remembers Marcia or came into contact with her again in April of 1981 is urged to contact the Miami County Sheriff's Office, 937-440-3990. And in local 911 activity, several motor vehicle accidents with injury, one on Smith Road yesterday morning, one on Etoile Road also yesterday morning, and one yesterday afternoon on Veterans Outer Loop. There were 3 fires, one on Max Wagner Drive yesterday afternoon. Shortly thereafter, there was one on Young Road, and Stovall Road also had a fire. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs. It's 6:18 a.m., 65 degrees.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local healthcare provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. A body is found at a reservoir off of Richmond Road in Lexington. It was confirmed by the Fayette County coroner yesterday. Coroner Gary Ginn says a male's body was floating in water, but officials are unaware of how long. Foul play is not suspected at this moment. The body is being examined. The state's largest school district is closing its doors tomorrow, joining dozens of other districts around the state that are canceling classes because of a teacher rally in Frankfort.
Jefferson County Public Schools is canceling Friday classes due to more than 2,500 teacher absences. Megan Sparks is among the educators calling for lawmakers to override Governor Bevin's budget veto.
I've been teaching for 7 years now. There's not a year that I haven't spent my own money to get the supplies I need for my class.
Governor Bevin is taking aim at the teachers union, the KEA, for organizing the Frankfort rally.
KEA wants mayhem. The KEA is a fraud. They are wasting the teachers' hard-earned monies.
Lawmakers have Friday and Saturday to consider veto overrides. I'm Paul Miles.
School was canceled in over 30 Kentucky districts. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has introduced bipartisan legislation to legalize industrial hemp.
Today we're introducing the Hemp Farming Act of 2018. It will build on the success of recent pilot programs and take a big step toward growth and more innovation.
Under the bill, state agriculture departments would regulate hemp production. Thousands of acres of hemp have been grown for research purposes. And former Louisville women's basketball star Myesha Hines-Allen is drafted into the WNBA. She was the 19th overall pick yesterday, selected by the Washington Mystics in the second round. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good, he'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
Local news time from WCLU is 6:23. We have 65 degrees at this hour. In area funeral announcements, Ruth Lawrence, age 86, of Glasgow, died Wednesday at NHC Healthcare. Mrs. Lawrence was retired from Sorensen Manufacturing after 31 years and was a member of the Shiloh Baptist Church. Survivors include two daughters, Rita Mitchell of Glasgow and Marlon Quisenberry of Cave City. 6 grandchildren, Amy Logston, Jennifer Pritchett, Todd and Brad Quisenberry, Deborah Hughes, and Scotty Mitchell. 11 great-grandchildren, Hannah Hennion, Tyler, Andrew and Emma Hughes, Caleb and Jagger Mitchell, Haley Logston, Tanner Pritchett, and Chase, Blaine, and Levi Quisenberry. 2 great-great-grandchildren, Griffin and Marley Hughes, a sister, Grace Hunt, a sister-in-law, Nina Lawrence. Services for Ruth Lawrence will be held at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, with burial to be in the Shiloh Cemetery. Visitation begins at 5 p.m. tonight and continues Saturday morning until time for service. Jeria Payne Combs, age 81, of Glasgow, died Wednesday at Signature Healthcare. She was retired from Stitches Incorporated as a sewing operator. She was also a member of the Fairview Missionary Baptist Church. She is survived by 2 sons, Doug Combs and wife Ann of Scottsville, and Bobby Combs and wife Linda of Glasgow, a daughter, Mary Ann Burchett, and husband Tommy of Louisville, a brother, Joe Payne, and wife Judy of Mount Hermon. 2 sisters, Perlene Pear and husband Garner, and Patricia Payne, all of Tompkinsville. 5 grandchildren, Tracy Maw and husband Brian of Arkansas, Angie Morgan and husband Butch of Lebanon, Tennessee, Richard Hooton and wife Kendra of Holland, DJ Burchett and wife Melissa of Mount Washington, and Amanda Mutter and husband Jeremiah of Glasgow, as well as 7 great-grandchildren. Services for Jeria Payne Combs will be held Saturday at 1 o'clock at the Strode Funeral Home. Burials follow in the Bethlehem Cemetery. Visitation begins this afternoon at 4 p.m. and continues Saturday until time for service. Funeral services for Anna Smith, age 91, of Glasgow, will be at 10 o'clock Saturday morning at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. with burial to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins today at 2 p.m. Funeral services for Bernetta Crow Prophet, 93, of Decatur, Alabama, will be at 11 o'clock Saturday at the Oakley Tribble Funeral Home. Interment is to be in the Eisenberg Cemetery in Tompkinsville. Visitation begins at 10 o'clock Saturday morning. Visitation for Miriam Ann Smith, age 98, will be Saturday from 1 until 2 at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, with a service to follow immediately afterward. Interment will take place at the Happy Valley Memorial Gardens. Funeral services for Michael Kelly Wilkerson, age 66, of Munfordville, will be today at 1 o'clock at the Brooks Funeral Home, with interment to be in the Concord Cemetery in Brownsville. Funeral services for Ernie Lee Copeland, age 74, of Munfordville, will be today at 2 o'clock at Seagull Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Munfordville Municipal Cemetery. Funeral services for Funeral services for Bruce Wayne Travis, age 68, of Glasgow, will be today at 2 o'clock at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Military honors provided by DAV Chapter 20 of Glasgow. Services for Robert Abbey, age 63, of Bowling Green, will be today at 1 o'clock at the Hardy & Son Bowling Green Chapel. Burial in the Fairview No. 2 Cemetery. Services for Jeannie Lynn Williams, age 64, of Glasgow, will be today at noon at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home, with burial to be in the Campbellsville Memorial Gardens at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Service for Charles H. Houck, age 79, of Horse Cave, will be this morning at 11 o'clock at the Wynn Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Horse Cave Municipal Cemetery. Services for Jerry Ann Harlow, age 66, of Glasgow, will be at 11 o'clock today at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. During Ram Truck Month, you can get up to over $10,000 off the factory MSRP on a new 2017 Ram 1500, or choose up to $8,000 off on a new 2018 Ram 1500. Gilliard is also offering up to $7,000 off on the new 2018 Ram 2500. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Persley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Here's the score from the Kentucky News Network. I'm Scott Fitzgerald. Well, college football fans, rejoice. You get a dose of what's to come in August. That tonight in the Commonwealth, the University of Kentucky football team spring practice will conclude as the Wildcats play under the lights at Kroger Field for their annual blue-white spring game presented by Kroger tonight. The game will feature a scored scrimmage with 4 12-minute quarters and the offense, the blue team, competing against the defense, the white team. And the University of Louisville also holding their spring game tonight. The game moved from tomorrow because of expected weather. Players will sign autographs on the field after the game. And in college basketball now, women's college basketball. University of Louisville senior forward Maisha Hines-Allen was selected by the Washington Mystics with the 19th pick in the 2018 WNBA draft last night in New York. Hines-Allen is the 8th Cardinal at the University of Louisville to be selected in the WNBA draft, and the first since the 2014 season when the Cards had 3 players taken. On to Major League Baseball now. Settle in, Reds fans. It looks like it's going to be a long season.
Swing and a long one to left. Did he get enough? Did he get enough? Yes, he did. Home run, Jose Martinez, and the Cardinals hit their 3rd home run of the night.
Jose Martinez going 4 for 5 with a home run and 6 RBIs. The Cardinals crushed the Reds 13-4 in the opener of their 4-game set at Great American Ballpark. Marcelo Ozuna, Paul DeJong, and Yadier Molina also going deep for St. Louis. Card skipper Mike Matheny pleased with the way they were hitting the ball.
We had a few really hard hit balls, and Ozuna topping that off, and Yadi's went a long way. Paul has that was one of the further ones we've seen this year.
The two will continue their 4-game series tonight along the banks of the Ohio. Luke Weaver gets the nod for the Redbirds. The Reds will counter with righty Tyler Maley. There's plenty of college baseball involving teams in and around the Commonwealth this weekend. Having dispatched to Western Carolina on Wednesday, number 8 Kentucky makes the short trip over to Athens for a weekend showdown with number 18 Georgia starting tonight. Cats come in with one of the nation's top offenses, ranking second in the nation in slugging percentage and home runs. It'll be righty Sean Jelly looking to bump his record to 6-2 on the season. He'll oppose Georgia's Chase Atkins, who's a perfect 4-0 in 2018. Number 21 Louisville is at Virginia Tech. Western Kentucky will host Marshall. Eastern takes its 7-game winning streak on the road. They're playing a doubleheader tonight at Austin Peay. Morehead State is at SIU Edwardsville, and Murray State is at Tennessee Tech. And staying on the diamond, college softball riding a 5-game winning streak. Number 20 Kentucky is back in SEC play this weekend. They have a 3-game set at number 9 Texas A&M. Louisville's at Syracuse. Western is at UAB. Eastern Kentucky is 5-1 in the OVC. They're hosting Tennessee State tonight and Belmont on Sunday. Speaking of Belmont, they're hosting Morehead State tonight, and Murray State plays 2 at Tennessee Tech tomorrow before visiting Morehead State on Sunday. And buckle up, just across the border, it's Bristol, baby. NASCAR descending on Thunder Valley for the Food City 500 on Sunday. Today it's pole day and practice for both the Monster Energy and Xfinity Series. I'm Scott Fitzgerald.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Thank you, Scott. Let's look at local sports. In baseball yesterday, it was Glasgow over Metcalfe County by a final score of 14-4, and Bowling Green downed Allen County Scottsville 7-5. In softball yesterday, Franklin Simpson over Glasgow 3-0. It was Monroe County in a thriller over Barron County's Trojanettes. In 8 innings, Monroe County 4, Barron County 3. It was Hart County over Adair County 3-0. Russell County over Metcalfe County 12-2. And Allen County Scottsville blanked Logan County 10-0. High school baseball today. Glasgow travels to Bowling Green. Barron County visits Clinton County. Edmondson County welcomes Todd Central, and Metcalfe County plays at Russellville. In softball this afternoon, Glasgow goes to Russellville. Barron County takes on Franklin County. Caverna is on the road at LaRue County. Hart County hosts Campbellsville. Edmondson County plays at Whitesville Trinity. Monroe County welcomes Westmoreland, Tennessee, and Allen County Scottsville faces Owensboro Catholic. That's a check of local sports.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ralphie On. What's getting your Ralphie On, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie On. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie On.
Well, listen to Ralphie's commercial there. We're going to have birthdays coming up, but first things first, we really got to let Ray Stajic tell you about the weekend weather that's coming up here, Ray.
Continuing to push the dry weather in. Some gorgeous weather expected today. Thunderstorms, though, roll in for, I'm going to say, at least to Saturday. Some of the rain may actually linger into Sunday. But let's enjoy what we've got, and that's the current picture Yeah, you're looking at a lot of clear sky this morning and plenty of sun this afternoon. Upper 70s with a gusty southwest breeze. Tonight we'll watch some scattered showers and thunderstorms come in after midnight, low 60s. Tomorrow scattered storms are likely, upper 60s, heavy rainfall, maybe some gusty winds. Small hail possibility, marginal risk for severe weather. And that rain and thunder will linger into tomorrow night and early Sunday morning. Should dry out Sunday afternoon, but cooler weather, highs in the mid-50s. Monday morning temperatures back to jackets, upper 30s. Then clouds give way to sunshine and upper 40s for highs on Monday. And then the 60s returning on Tuesday. I'm Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Now let's look at the current conditions. The barometer is at 29.89, continuing to drop. The winds are out of the south at about 13 to 15 miles an hour, gusting at times to 21. No precip yet, even though it looks rainy out there. And we have recorded no precip in the past 24 hours. As I said, 54% humidity this morning. 64 degrees, 637 at WCLU.
Recent studies that have been done by the Barna Group, a religious research firm, are finding out that people feel more stressed out and more alone now than they did just 10 years ago. It used to be the case that if you asked someone, "How are you?" they probably said the generic, "Good." Today, you ask someone, "How are you?" They'll most likely answer, "Busy," or even "tired." We are so stressed out, and most often we feel so alone. The answer is found in Scripture. Psalm 46, verse 10. You want to know how to feel less stress? You want to know how to never feel alone? Be still and know that I am God. I'll be exalted among the nations. I'll be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. What a wonderful thought. This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Thank you, Bart. 637. Now let's get over here and look at the birthdays and the anniversaries for today and actually for the weekend. We got some really nice folks here to celebrate with today. For example, Nell Franz has a birthday. It's Glenna Gardner's birthday today. Sandra Matthews, happy birthday to you, Sandra. Gavin Decker is turning 19 today. We have Dan Atkinson on today's birthday list. Saturday, it's Jeffrey Todd Lockett, Andy DeVasier, Verna Abston, Debbie Lessenberry. Debbie is going to be 60 on, I'm looking at Sunday's list, aren't I? Debbie's going to be 60 on Sunday, but since I brought it up, let me get over here and see if I can find the gong and hand Debbie a 60 gong for Sunday. Well, we'll find that gong here just in a second. Still in search of the gong here this morning. It's just one of those Friday gong searches here. One more time. There we go. Now we've given her the happy 60 gong for Sunday. And Tavion Wood is going to be 13 on Sunday. Now let me get back over here because to get in the right order here for Saturday. It's Jeremy Alexander having a birthday on Saturday. And his grandmother, Mary Coffey, celebrates with him on Saturday. Guy Turcott has a birthday Saturday. Martha Neal is going to be 43 Saturday. 651-9149, 800-956-1023.
Hey, Pops, I got an addition.
All right, let me get my pencil over here. Go ahead.
Actually, you're going to need your gong before you need your pencil.
Okay.
Got 70 years young today for Mitch Edwards.
Mitch Edwards is 70 today. Hang on, Mitch.
And that's Peggy Tuck Edwards' brother-in-law.
Okay, all right.
So there you go.
So let me get Mitch down here for today as being 70 years young.
Thank you.
Mitch is a good fella, and I'm sure he'll have a fun day on his 70th birthday for sure. All right. Did I get everybody else on there? I think I did. And we're going to come right back because it's time to move into the archives today here on WCLU, so stick around for that. The archives today brought to you by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services and the Tony Hogan Health Clinic. Mighty fine folks helping to keep you well.
One of the realities of old man winter is things need repairing. But when spring comes, don't be in a rush to get your agricultural or industrial equipment back up and running. Call Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services today and get those repairs done before spring. And even if you have a smaller operation or you just need some odds and ends for your home repairs, Joseph A. Wade is here to meet those needs as well. Joseph A. Wade is located on Industrial Drive in Glasgow, family owned and operated since 1985, a Right Tool distributor.
You can feel the difference at Tony Hogan Health Clinic. Tony goes above and beyond when it comes to your health care. From opening early at 7:30 to giving his personal number to patients, just in case.
This is Nurse Practitioner Tony Hogan. If you're already a patient, I want to thank you. If you're not, give me an opportunity to show you the difference. I truly care about your health and well-being.
Call me, Mandy, at Tony Hogan Health Clinic, and let's get you set up with an appointment. 651-6707, or come by at the corner of North Race and Cherry Streets in Glasgow.
All right, we got them coming at us left and right here because, it's Friday and we always love Friday.
Yes, I love Friday.
And, it's fun to sit here and just talk about special folks.
Are you saying it's fun to talk about people?
It is.
I know it is.
We got Sally. Is that Sally Shirley? Sally Shirley is joining our list of esteemed honorees here on this Friday birthday club. We got, we got Mitch Edwards.
It's Friday the 13th, my lucky day.
That's right. I wasn't going to bring that up for a while.
It's always been a very lucky day for me.
I wasn't going to bring that up for a while.
I'm going to buy a lottery ticket. Like if I win Powerball, I'll probably be here Sunday, but Monday, but I'll say everything I want to say on the air. And then I'll run.
And just say, there's a pretty good comedy bit that James Gregory does on that, Yeah, it's pretty funny stuff.
Who's James Gregory?
He's a fabulously funny comedian.
Is he still alive?
Yes, he is.
Okay. I know you normally talk about songs from years and years ago.
Let me tell you about a 60 gong coming up tomorrow. We just learned that Loretta Hatcher is turning 60 on Saturday. And let me tell you that that's from her big brother. And then on Sunday, we have a wedding anniversary couple. It is Tim and Brenda Smith. Tim and Brenda Smith have their 21st wedding anniversary on Sunday.
Now, do you have Steve O. Franklin on the birthday list for today?
I don't, but I will.
You got to put Steve O. You cannot leave the O out.
I'll put it on. Okay?
I believe Carla Werther, do you have her down for tomorrow?
I'll go ahead and put it over there.
There we go.
I got some too, Pops.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. My ink pen's writing slower than I am.
What page are you on, Saturday, Sunday, or Friday?
I am on Saturday right now.
Okay. I don't have any for that.
Okay, all right. So what else do you have?
Well, for Sunday, I've got wishing a happy anniversary to Jane and Joe Keys.
Okay.
And for today, Cody's younger brother, Casey Meek, is having a birthday today.
Okay, we'll get young Casey on there.
And that's what I've got.
Okay. All right, Angela, anything else from you?
That's all I got.
All right, well, then let's just get over here and get into the archives.
All right.
They're still back here in the corner, All right, archives today, courtesy of Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services. They're mighty fine folks out there, and they really help folks get things running just in time for springtime. And industrial folks depend on Joseph A. Wade to keep it running.
For sure.
And, of course, the Tony Hogan Health Clinic with a whole lot of good folks out there and a wonderful arrangement where you can come out there and have a nice, roomy place to see the person that takes care of you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 100 years ago today, 1918, Reverend I.D.S. Knight and his wife moved last week into the new quarters in the R.B. Trigg residence on the Maple Driveway. And they will never forget the fact that members of the Baptist Church came in droves, bunches, and signally every one of them loaded down with good things, from hams to all the lighter and sweeter delicacies of life. They will have enough to eat for days to come.
They brought ham.
They did. Now, Reverend Knight, Baptist church minister, and Mrs. Knight, which I had the pleasure of knowing. She was, an older lady at the time, but a sweet lady indeed. Mm-hmm. And you can see that folks must have thought that they were sweet, bringing hams and sweeter delicacies of life to Reverend and Mrs. Knight. That was 1918. Here we have 19 and 28. In history, the location of the overall factory having been definitely settled on, the Cartwright lot on Ray Street, work of clearing away trees and a general cleanup is going on, and soon the actual work of erecting the factory will begin. The erection of the factory will mean much to Glasgow in more ways than it first appears. Not only will it provide wages for 200 workers, but it will be an ornament to that part of town.
An ornament.
In addition, the street will be widened and the sidewalk will be straightened. This alone is worth much, very much, to the Jackson Highway, as the street is very narrow at the bridge. So, let's expand our search here. That, of course, is the Museum of the Barons building, the Cultural Center.
Really?
That in 1928, everybody's excited about, well, actually, as you would be excited about having wages provided for 200 workers.
Well, yeah, but you don't want to work for free.
That's right. And, of course, it was when you think about this sentence here that the writer in the Glasgow Republican wrote, saying that it'll mean much to Glasgow in more ways than it first appears.
More than meets the eye.
That's even true today, Mm-hmm. All right, that was 1928. 1938. This was news of a Saturday birth. Mr. and Mrs. Charles Strader, this day in 1938, are announced as the parents of a son, Charles Wesley, who arrived at the hospital on Saturday, April the 9th. And, of course, that is the birth of well-known Barron Countian, who just recently passed away, Mr. Wes Strader. But this is his birth announcement from a community hospital in 1938. 1948, we've got some news about the Glasgow Ladies Matinee Musicale, who sponsored 2 concerts here by the Louisville Philharmonic Orchestra. Now, I always think the Louisville Orchestra coming to Glasgow for the July the 4th concert is a wonderful thing. Mm-hmm. But this is 1948, where we find in the history books that the Louisville Orchestra was in town, as the Glasgow Ladies Matinee Musicale had them here. The concerts were designed primarily to develop a greater appreciation of music by both the old and the young, and they deserve the consideration of parents who should encourage their children to attend the concert on Saturday afternoon. Admission for school children and the adults accompanying them is 34 cents.
Can't beat 34 cents.
For the evening concert, choice seats will be available for $1.10 each. So if you want the best seat, $1 and a dime.
There you go.
So we're teaching our youth to appreciate fine music with the Louisville Orchestra. Says a lot about us. 1958, Angela stories in the Glasgow Republican. Death came to Mrs. Jenny Bowles Ellison Saturday morning. Mrs. Ellison had observed her 100th birthday on February the 17th. 92 years had been spent in Glasgow. She was the daughter of a pioneer Kentucky family, Judge Samuel and Mary Parkham Bowles, and the widow of Dr. D.T. Ellison, who was associated with the late George J. Ellis and others in the drug business. She was the last surviving student of Urania College here. You seen that, when you're talking about WKU Glasgow,
right.
and there's before WKU Glasgow and before the Western State College, there was Urania College.
Never heard of it.
Well, it's an interesting part of our history that we had a college that soon, that early. And but anyway, Ms. Ellison was the last surviving student of the Urania College, and she also attended Liberty College after attending the Nazareth Academy and became a convert of the Catholic Church, and the remainder of her life was devoted to her religion and family. With another former beloved lady, Miss Annie Gorin, and a few others, they succeeded in completing the present edifice St. Helens Catholic Church,
Mm-hmm.
which, of course, is a very historic and a very beautiful and important building in this community. And it looks like Miss Ellison talking about being pioneering. Yeah, she, I don't think we have a plaque up for her anywhere, but boy, to be attending that Urania College and then to be involved so much with the being involved with her church, and that just speaks a lot for her. And she lived to be 100.
And you guys should go to Urban Legends of Barron. You can Google that.
Okay.
And they tell you all about Urania College.
Okay, well, that's good, because it is interesting to see, we had interest in orchestra music, in having higher education, and we just got a great heritage here.
This is a neat website. Check it out, folks.
All right. Now let's go to 1968.
Okay.
Donna Jones, now Donna Whitlow, age 12, the daughter of Mr. and Ms. William Jones, is the winner of the Eastern Elementary School Spelling Bee, and she placed 4th out of 50 in the district spelling bee.
It's pretty good.
And her teacher, G.E. Page. And so anyway, that's kind of how you win recognition, is by being a strong student. And, of course, spell check was not invented. You just had to know the words and spell them.
Well, you could get attention other ways.
Certainly.
Not the best attention.
That was 1968. 1978, this was the day it was announced that Barron County saw an unemployment increase of 1.8% from January to February. That's pretty big for 1 month.
It is pretty big for 1 month.
But it was an increase, and so had to scratch our heads and figure out how to get that to go the other direction. 1978. All right, let's look at 1988. The preschool choir at the Calvary Baptist Church presents The Crayon Song.
What?
The Crayon Song.
Never heard of the Crayon
It depicts the meaning of Easter.
Oh, okay.
So it was, it was a preschool choir, and I can see some small preschoolers being pretty cute in performing of The Crayon Song. All right. Let's move to, I'm going to use this one too, because this gives us something to think about. This is a big story here from 1988 with the help of state funds. With the help of state funds now and local businesses and community donations, the Barron County Library Program has purchased a computer.
What?
One computer. In 1988 with funding from the state and local businesses. It was an Apple II GS for students to use.
Everybody pitched in. So
1988, we know that computers were basically, they weren't in heavy use, and apparently very expensive if you had to get donations from the state and the community to buy one of them.
There you go. I read something that if cars had advanced in technology the way computers had, by the where we are now, you could get like 1 million miles a gallon, and they would cost like $5.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
It just, we meet the need.
1998,
this was the day. I got to turn the page, as the song says.
I was going to say, I know that song.
Yeah. The Barron County School Board approved final plans for the new Red Cross Elementary School to be built on the outskirts of Glasgow.
Is that outskirts?
Well, that's the very same thing that I thought of. That's not exactly, it has, maybe it was then, but it's certainly not now.
Maybe that just whoever wrote that was like from the other side of town.
Yeah, it's actually it was from crossing the bypass, I guess, would have been the outskirts. So, if I hadn't have lost 2008, we would have 2008.
That's all right.
What else can I say?
I don't know. We could ramble on about something.
Yeah, that's right. It's Friday.
Oh, we can tell folks about the awesome thing going on, Park City Elementary.
Talk about it.
It is Pirates and Princesses.
Okay.
It's $15 at the door, $10 to get your ticket in advance. Now, what you do, you got like a little kid that loves princesses or loves pirates. Put on their outfits. If you want to, you don't have to. Take them down there. They actually get to interact with actual real princesses and pirates. Like you'll have Cinderella's going to be there, Aurora's going to be there. All kinds of cool stuff going on.
Sounds like something that should be really cool.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It was. I mean, that's a really cool idea for an event because your kids actually get to interact with the characters from their favorite princess or pirate movie. And actually, Henry, I will play the PSA as soon as we get done with this.
What's the date and time on that?
Saturday. The PSA is coming up. It's 2 to 4.
Okay.
Sounds exciting.
I've got it ready.
Okay. You take care of it, and we'll do more archives on Monday. Thanks to our archivists. Thanks to everybody who makes this a special part of our day.
This Saturday, Park City Elementary welcomes Pirates and Princesses.
Come join me, Princess Aurora, at 2 p.m. this Saturday at Park City Elementary for Pirates and Princesses.
Along with real-life pirates, you'll get to meet actual princesses like Aurora from Sleeping Beauty.
I'll tell you all about how pricking my finger led to the longest nap I've ever taken. And oh, that terrible Maleficent. She couldn't even stop the wonderfully handsome Prince Philip.
Your child will get to be part of the fun as they interact with the pirates and the princesses. Tickets are $10 in advance, $15 at the door. For more information, you can call Nicole Shores at 315-9280. Again, that's Pirates and Princesses this Saturday from 2 to 4 at Park City Elementary. All proceeds will benefit Park City PTO. For more information, go online to WCLUradio.com.
We can't wait to meet all of you this Saturday. And until then, watch out for Maleficent.
See, it sounds like a ball. That's coming up at Park City tomorrow. 64 degrees now at WCLU. Today we're patting on the back by special request David Bradley. David Bradley had a birthday back on Wednesday, but he's good as gold today. And if you see David Bradley out and about, we'd love it if you'd pat him on the back and tell him so. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
Get a real start on making your yard, landscape, and plants look their best this spring. Start with the best. Start with Mammoth Cave Transplants. Janet Dennison and the Green Thumbs at Mammoth Cave Transplants have spent their winter preparing for spring. 13 greenhouses are in operation to yield the hardiest plant varieties. There are many new highlights to the spring lineup, including a new variety of bedding plants and perennials with your name on it. It's the Proven Winner brand. Janet is bringing a new level of quality to Southern Kentucky by adding the Henry Studios brand of fountains, planters, and bird baths. Each piece is world-class quality, without blemishes and flaws found in lesser quality pieces. As a Kentucky proud dealer, Mammoth Cave Transplants features locally made birdhouses as well as planters. You have to see it to understand how much they can help you with your vegetable gardens, landscape, property boundaries, and so much more. Mammoth Cave Transplants, open 8 till 5 Monday through Friday, 8 till 4 Saturday. 5394 Brownsville Road, Highway 259 in Edmonson County.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local healthcare provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the Magic Man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription.
DIC.
Should end up with another beautiful day coming in today. Cold front on the march, though, with low pressure tracking in, and the thunderstorm chance will be increased as we head on through the day tomorrow. Marginal risk for severe storms. So Saturday kind of looks like it's going to be an indoor day. And then as we get into Sunday, hopefully getting the rain out in the morning and temperatures will come back down below average. So average is in the low 70s. Yesterday, most of us hitting the upper 70s. This morning, we're already in the what? Yeah, it's probably the 60s you're looking at. A gusty south breeze around and lots of sunshine. We'll keep the sunshine today in the upper 70s and quite breezy. Overnight tonight, the storms will start rolling in west to east to 61. Tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms, highs in the upper 60s. Maybe a strong storm, heavy rain possible. A couple of inches of rain possible as we head on through tomorrow and tomorrow night. Before the rain tapers off on Sunday morning, highs on Sunday only in the mid-50s. The lows will go into the upper 30s. And clouds to sun on Monday, highs only in the upper 40s. Back into the 60s and 70s, though, beyond that. I'm Ray Stidgick, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Current conditions, barometers at 29.89. The humidity is at 54%. Winds out of the south at 13. We've seen a gust or two at 21, and it's pretty regular there at 13. 64 degrees now at WCLU as we get our start today. This weather update brought to you by South Central Bank. It is 7:02. Special guest in the studio today because we have a very special event coming up on Tuesday of next week. It is the next Lunch and Learn that is going to be coming up at the T.J. Sampson Pavilion, and a very interesting topic that we're going to be talking about on Tuesday. Let me just go ahead and welcome to the radio and the TV and the live stream Dr. Allison Campbell. Dr. Allison Campbell, who wears a lot of different... Good morning, by the way.
Good morning.
She wears a lot of different hats around here. Of course, she is a family practice physician. And
internal medicine.
Internal medicine also, yes.
Internal medicine and pediatrics.
And get all of that in there because that even quantifies even more what we're talking about here. Right. And, of course, she is also the chairman of the Glasgow Independent School Board.
So I'm not the chairman.
You're not the chairman.
Dr. Kaiser,
you are, yes,
I'm part of that.
I'm doing good here today, aren't I? Well, anyway, let's talk about the subject matter. Coming up on Tuesday, talk about what we're going to be talking about.
We are going to be talking about ADHD in children, and we're going to be looking at both the medical diagnosis and the educational impact because we know that schools sometimes more difficult for these kids. So we're going to try to cover two large areas for the diagnosis.
People, we hear ADHD all the time as far as maybe people say, well, they must be having a problem with ADHD or whatever. That's used as a generic term for some things that are really specific, and I know that that's going to be one of the things people are going to learn at this Lunch and Learn on Tuesday.
Yes, we want to try to talk about the criteria for ADHD and what truly makes the diagnosis and how we try to diagnose. You know, there's not a blood test, there's not an x-ray, but there are different tests that we do that help us to determine if a child has attention deficit disorder. Yeah,
and it's certainly something that... This time of the year, with folks with the school kind of coming to not just right before the end, people start looking at well, what are the problems? Does my child have a problem? Is there something that my child can be doing differently? And this Lunch and Learn is going to be a way where you can ask specific questions from people who understand.
It will. I'm going to be talking about the medical aspects, and Miss Alicia Reeves from Glasgow Schools, who's the special education instructor, director, will be there as well, and she'll be talking part of the talk about the school perspective of this and what can be done through the schools to help people understand, not just from a medical standpoint, but also from a school standpoint, how these kids are treated and options that we have to help them.
It's going to be on Tuesday at 12 noon. You bring your lunch, drinks provided. Now, let's talk about the format. Folks are going to try to get out there in time for the entire presentation, and I feel like that you're going to have to be there for the whole thing because, like I say, you're doing the medical perspective.
Right.
And Alicia's going to be doing the other side of it from the educational standpoint.
Right. And then we plan to leave time open for questions so people will have questions. And also they'll be offering 1 hour of continuing education for people that qualify for that event also. So it's also open not just to people who are interested, but also providers, nurses that might have a special interest in it.
You know, ADHD is it's a term that we've used a lot of in recent times, but how long has it been that we've been observing this as something that's set aside or from something that's a little more explainable?
I'm not exactly sure when they started the diagnosis in the DSM, but in the last, I would say, since I've been practicing the last 10 or 15 years, that there's been much more emphasis placed on it, especially as we look at kids being school ready and prepared for real life, that we're really working to help get kids the best education they can, treating any diagnoses that need to be treated.
And I think what's really nice about this presentation is that you're going to acknowledge the medical part of it as well as from the education standpoint that, teachers may be the first ones to notice the problem, or a parent might take them to see the pediatrician. Something's not exactly going the way it ought to be going. So it's a double barrel that these things are observed.
It is. Everybody is involved, and it's not something there's a magic pill that fixes. Medicine can help, but there's a lot more that goes into making sure that kids are appropriately treated for ADHD and can get the most out of their education.
So if you're a mom or a dad or a grandmom or a grandfather who has always, you keep hearing that term, you're not sure even what it is. You're not sure even if it's something that might be applicable to your child or not, or whether you can just learn to look for the signs. Right. Learn what the possible treatment options are, then you definitely need to come out to the Lunch and Learn on Tuesday at the TJ Pavilion.
Yes, we hope everybody can come, learn more about this. Even if you have kids that are already diagnosed, hopefully there'll be good information there.
Yeah, because I think that this has been something that continues. In other words, the treatment and research is ongoing. It's a very hot topic, and so, very probably several times within your practice have been complete changes in the way to deal with this.
There have been some changes. Most of the medicines have been the same. We've been treating it basically the same way for a long time, but there's a lot of changes in the impact in the outside of medicine treatments and the school evaluations and school law and things like that we'll be talking about.
Well, I know you're an excellent speaker, and I know that Alicia's an excellent speaker, and maybe I just think of you as how good you could be as a chairman of the board.
I think I'm going to leave Amelia with that job.
Okay, all right. But nonetheless, it's going to be a nice program, and thank you for being willing to take the time to host guests in the Lunch and Learn this coming Tuesday, at the T.J. Sampson Healthcare Pavilion. That's going to begin at 12 noon on Tuesday.
Thank you for having me.
Dr. Allison Campbell coming by here to help us learn about the next Lunch and Learn, which is next Tuesday at the Pavilion. It is 64 degrees. Whether you got a
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Check out. Well, what we're going to do here, we're going to move forward with Friday, and we're going to actually ask a trivia question here in just a second here. It's 7:10 now, 64 degrees.
There are currently over 44,000 residents living in Barron County. Providing excellent customer service to such a large number of residents is a weighty task. I'm Helena Chase Birdwell, and I'm running for Barron County Clerk to do just that. Provide each Barron County resident that enters the clerk's office with excellent customer service. On May 22nd, vote for the candidate that has a career full of providing service to residents at all levels of government. Vote Helena Chase Birdwell.
Paid for by Helena Chase Birdwell for Barron County Clerk.
Do you want to go to Long John's A&W and enjoy a Fish and More dinner? I would say that you would enjoy that. Folks, compete vigorously to win the Long John Silver's Trivia Contest, and today is going to be no different. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. A Friday the 13th question. What pop singer considers 13 to be her lucky number because she was born on Friday the 13th? Little Friday the 13th trivia question. What pop singer considers 13 to be her lucky number? In fact, I think she paints the number 13 on her hand whenever she goes out on stage. That's just her lucky number. Trivia.
Taylor Swift.
That's right. Who is this speaking?
Stephen Hughes.
Stephen, what are you doing?
Getting ready to go print a few shirts.
Well, so you are, you jumped all over that, Stephen Hughes.
That's the second music what I've answered.
Yeah, so what was that something you just sort of knew from a trivial contest, or what?
It may have been in my subconscious. I might have heard some information on her saying that.
Yeah, well, it's true. She was born on Friday the 13th, and let's see here. She was born on Friday the 13th, December the 13th of 1989. That's 33 years to the day after I was born. Taylor and I share the same birthday.
So you were Friday the 13th. Well, no, you may not have been Friday.
Yeah,
the 13th.
I was.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's just, I think all days are lucky days. And your lucky day was today because you won trivia, you see.
Yes, sir. So is today your birthday?
No. It's
okay.
Mine and Taylor's is December the 13th.
I got you.
All right?
All right, sir. Thank you much.
Have a good day, Stephen. You enjoy your trip to Long John's.
Thanks.
A&W.
Appreciate it.
Okay, Stephen Hughes, that's right. Taylor Swift is the pop singer who considers 13 to be her lucky number because she was born on Friday the 13th. And just something to learn here on Friday the 13th. Trivia brought to you by Long John's A&W.
CBS News Update. In a new book, fired FBI Director James Comey gives his take on President Trump. CBS's Jeff Pegues has given it a read.
In describing President Trump's leadership style, Comey writes that he is untethered to the truth. And Comey goes on to say that the president's leadership is ego-driven and about personal loyalties.
Comey compares the president to a mafia don in complete control, reigning over a silent circle of assent. So far, there's been no response from Mr. Trump or the White House.
When some of these books have come out, like Fire and Fury, for example, the White House and President Trump threatened legal action, and that didn't really work. We're not hearing that President Trump is planning any sort of legal action at this point, but we'll have to see.
The Republican National Committee has just unveiled a new website. It's called LionComey.com. The book, A Higher Loyalty, goes on sale Tuesday. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Unfordville, W253BN Glasgow, services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. During Ram Truck Month, you can get up to over $10,000 off the factory MSRP on a new 2017 Ram 1500. Or choose up to $8,000 off on a new 2018 Ram 1500. Gilliard is also offering up to $7,000 off on the new 2018 Ram 2500. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Riley. 7:16 at WCLU and a temperature reading of 64 degrees. We've got rain coming in for the weekend and a cold start to next week, but let's just enjoy today. Let's go live to the newsroom now with the 7 o'clock morning edition and News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. Yesterday morning, Glasgow police were called to the area of Franks Mill Road in Veterans Outer Loop. While a few details have been confirmed, Glasgow Police Sergeant Terry Flatt told WCLU News that a body of a deceased man was found in a ravine. Glasgow police are working with Louisville Metro Police on the investigation. The body appears to be that of a man who had been reported missing, although that's not been confirmed by law enforcement. Glasgow police remained at the scene throughout the afternoon. And Barron County Schools is in session today, as Superintendent Bo Matthews told the board at last night's regular meeting.
We will be in session on Friday of this week. I know there's been a lot of communication around the state whether or not school districts will be open or closed in regards to having a presence at a rally with the legislature reconvening on Friday and Saturday. The Barron County Schools will be open on Friday. We will be sending a delegation of staff up there to participate and join with the rally on Friday, and then of course all staff will be able to head to Frankfort on Saturday to participate and have a physical presence there. So the ultimate goal that we feel like we need to see accomplished is for our elected officials here at the local level to override the governor's vetoes on the budget and the revenue bills, and also include a CERS phase-in of a new amount of money that local districts will be expected to pay for employees that the state used to pay.
Cheyenne Fant, the director of the district's 21st Century program, told the board that several continuation grants for 21st Century have been approved for a total of 5. Barron County High School, Barron County Middle School, Heistville, Temple Hill, and Austin Tracy Elementaries. Due to the limited number of grants, the board also approved for after-child school care to extend to Park City, Red Cross, and Eastern Elementaries. Now, Fant's also in charge of nutrition services, and that department sponsoring Walk a Mile in My Shoes, a fun walk that highlights the reality of the hunger problem faced by many Kentucky students. Anyone interested in sponsoring the event can log on to Barron County Schools' website. April 25th at Red Cross Elementary, Fant said they're going to have a locally sourced farm to school lunch. Coming up this Sunday at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center is the Community Education Art Show. Fant also told the board this year's summer camp theme is Faces for the Future. It will be available at all district elementary schools. Scholarships are also available. The summer camp will go from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. with Eastern, Park City, and Red Cross offering afternoon camps with student transportation provided. For more information, you can go on the district's website. Kentucky's Secretary of State Allison Lonergan Grimes came to Barron County High School's auditorium this week to recognize 8th grader Lavery Hughes, a finalist in Grimes' office's annual slogan contest for middle school students. Students submitted their slogans to encourage Kentuckians to vote, and the winners were chosen in an online public poll. Lavery wanted to thank everyone that voted for her slogan.
Who voted for my slogan and the community for putting it out. And it means a lot to me that everyone took time to participate in this and help me win.
Students, the top 3 vote getters received a cash award. Hughes said she plans on using her $600 winnings to pay for a camp to study veterinary services this summer. Her slogan was, "People had to fight for you to have the right. Go vote." Grimes echoed the "Go vote."
My hope, Barron County, can y'all help us on behalf of Ms. Hughes get across to Kentucky that we need them to go vote? And you say yes? Yes. When you all are eligible to register, will you register? And you say yes? Yes.
Who voted for my slogan and the community for putting.
We're going to Eastern Kentucky to somewhat underprivileged area that's kind of struggling right now, and our kids, we're really trying to show them the importance of serving the community and serving the people around them.
That was Michael Nunley describing a mission trip that his church, Gethsemane Baptist, has planned for this summer. Now, the church is supportive, the community is excited, and the kids are ready to go. Why Eastern Kentucky? Well, Nunley says it'll be good for the kids to see that they really do have it made compared to kids their age.
We're all very, very spoiled compared to many people out there.
The only thing left to do is pay for the trip, which the whole group and church is working on. The work continues this Saturday as they'll be having a fundraising yard sale beginning at 6:30 a.m. at Wheels, located at 4413 Burkesville Road. If it rains, they'll reschedule for another day. Right now it is 7:22 a.m., 64 degrees.
Bank working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local healthcare provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow
County.
In more local news, according to the Hart County Sheriff's Office, the four-wheeler stolen from the Stinson residence near Uno has been recovered. The four-wheeler was reported to the Hart County Sheriff's Office as stolen during the early morning hours of Monday, April the 9th. It was found in Metcalfe County on Tuesday, April the 10th, as a result of information received about the location. Sheriff Boston Hensley accompanied Mr. Stinson to Metcalfe County to recover his property. An ongoing investigation of the theft is being conducted by the Hart County Sheriff's Office, Kentucky State Police, and the Metcalfe County Sheriff's Office. On Wednesday, 67-year-old Sterling Bowe of Antioch, Tennessee, was traveling westbound on St. Mary's Court. Unfamiliar with the area, he accidentally ran off the road in his 07 Ford Ranger, striking the ditch line. He was transported by Barron Metcalfe EMS to T.J. Sampson Hospital for treatment of minor injuries. Officer Mason Wethington investigated. He was assisted by Glasgow Fire and Barron Metcalfe EMS. East Barron Volunteer Fire Department seasonal fire hydrant flow testing may temporarily affect your water pressure. The East Barron Volunteer Fire Department will be conducting fire hydrant flow testing tomorrow from about 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Firefighters with the East Barron Department will be conducting these flow testing at various locations throughout the area as part of the required insurance study. Drivers are advised to use caution when driving through areas being flushed due to water on the road. The purpose of the current testing is to measure pressure flow in the hydrants for insurance classification purposes. Residents are advised that testing may cause you to experience a reduction in water pressure for a short time, but if water pressure continues to be low, you can always call the Glasgow Water Company at 651-3727. If you have any questions, you can call the East Barron Volunteer Fire Department 270-678-3233. And Cave City Police Officer Mark Johnson made a traffic stop early Monday morning when he saw a red Chevy Cobalt with the license plate not lit. Officer Johnson made contact with the driver, 25-year-old Brittany Lacey of Horse Cave, and a passenger, 20-year-old Audrey Smith of Munfordville. The K-9 unit was called in shortly after and did give a positive alert on the vehicle for illegal drugs. During a search, officers found a set of digital scales with meth residue on the scales, as well as a set of brass knuckles. Lacey was arrested, charged with operating on a suspended license, drug paraphernalia, carrying a concealed deadly weapon, rear license plate not illuminated, and failure to produce insurance card. Officers took Smith into custody after being notified she had an active arrest warrant. Once at the Barron County Detention Center, deputies found meth and drug paraphernalia while searching her at intake. Smith was additionally charged with possession of meth, drug paraphernalia, and promoting contraband. Cave City Police say additional charges are pending for Lacey. Cave City Police were assisted by the Barron County Sheriff's Office. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs, 7:27 a.m., 64 degrees.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. A body is found in the Cumberland River in Knox County. 3 kayakers found the body caught in the debris Thursday afternoon. The body will be sent to the state medical examiner's office this morning. Kentucky State Police are leading the investigation. School is canceled in over 30 districts this Friday, including Kentucky's largest districts in Louisville and Lexington. Teachers are rallying in Frankfort once again. Jefferson County teacher Megan Sparks tells WLKY that she does not like the governor's recent comments on rallying teachers.
We vote, we always vote, and we teach children how to vote. So he better be careful with his rhetoric.
Last week, Governor Bevin said it would be immature for teachers to return to Frankfort to rally. Educators are hoping to convince lawmakers to override the governor's vetoes of the budget and revenue bills. Lawmakers are meeting today and Saturday. Meanwhile, Kentucky Attorney General Andy Beshear says he is filing a lawsuit to block the pension reform bill. Governor Bevin is responding to that threat.
He'll sue everything he can do to get attention and to get a headline, and he knows that it works. Anytime he brings a lawsuit, his little friends in the media are going to give him front-page news stories.
During his appearance on the Leland Conway show, the governor says Beshear is, quote, not even a good attorney and will lose the lawsuit. Beshear says the pension bill is a violation of the state's contract with teachers and public employees. Governor Matt Bevin says 22 Kentucky counties will receive federal assistance to recover from the severe flooding in February. The recent flooding caused almost $25 million in damages statewide. And there was a new federal judge for Kentucky. On Thursday, the U.S. Senate confirmed Rebecca Grady Jennings as judge for the U.S. District Court for the Western District of the state. She was nominated by President Donald Trump last year. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network. As a child, I can remember always being excited about going to Community Trust Bank with my parents, because I knew I was going to get a treat. It's funny, now that I'm married, have 2 kids, and just bought a new home, when it came time for a new home loan, I went to Community Trust Bank. I trust them and knew that they'd be there for me and my family, just like they were for Mom and Dad. And now with 80 locations, there's no reason to go anywhere else but Community Trust.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Love great art? Don't miss the Speed Art Museum's popular painting show, Women Artists in the Age of Impressionism. On view until Mother's Day, May 13th. Honor the women in your life and see the remarkable works of more than 30 female artists. Experience the empowering and stunning work of women who overcame the odds to study and exhibit in Paris in the late 1800s. You don't want to miss this show. Tickets available at speedmuseum.org.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good, he'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. During Ram Truck Month, you can get up to over $10,000 off the factory MSRP on a new 2017 Ram 1500, or choose up to $8,000 off on a new 2018 Ram 1500. Gilliard is also offering up to $7,000 off on the new 2018 Ram 2500. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Go.
This Saturday, Park City Elementary welcomes Pirates and Princesses.
Come join me, Princess Aurora, at 2 p.m. this Saturday at Park City Elementary for Pirates and Princesses.
Along with real-life pirates, you'll get to meet actual princesses like Aurora from Sleeping Beauty.
I'll tell you all about how pricking my finger led to the longest nap I've ever taken. And oh, that terrible Maleficent. She couldn't even stop the wonderfully handsome Prince Philip.
Your child will get to be part of the fun as they interact with the pirates and the princesses. Tickets are $10 in advance, $15 at the door. For more information, you can call Nicole Shores at 315-9280. Again, that's Pirates and Princesses this Saturday from 2 to 4 at Park City Elementary. All proceeds will benefit Park City PTO. For more information, go online to WCLUradio.com.
We can't wait to meet all of you this Saturday. And until then, watch out for Maleficent.
Let's turn to local sports. In high school softball yesterday, it was Franklin Simpson 3, the Glasgow Ladies Scotties nothing. It was in a real thriller, Monroe County over Barron County 4-3 in 8 innings. Hart County over Adair County 3-0. It was Russell County ousting Metcalfe County 12-2, and Allen County Scottsville blanked Logan County 10-0. Baseball yesterday, Glasgow defeated Metcalfe County 14-4, and Bowling Green over Allen County Scottsville 7-5. High school baseball today, Glasgow travels to Bowling Green. Barron County visits Clinton County. Edmondson County welcomes Todd Central. And Metcalfe County plays at Russellville. In softball this afternoon, Glasgow goes to Russellville, and Barron County takes on Franklin County. Caverna is on the road at LaRue County. Hart County hosts Campbellsville. Edmondson County plays at Whitesville Trinity. Monroe County welcomes Westmoreland, Tennessee. And Allen County Scottsville faces Owensboro Catholic. And that's a check of local sports.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
7:35 at WCLU. I'm shoring up the birthdays right here, and we're going to, sure enough, check the birthdays. But first, we got to understand the weather for the weekend.
Weather from WCLU, brought to you by Marianne's Hallmark. Closing soon.
Hey, Mom. Hello, sweetie. How was school? It was pretty good, Mom. Do we have time to stop somewhere before practice? Maybe. Why? All the kids at school are talking about Marianne's Hallmark is closing for good, and they're selling out the store. Oh, honey, we can go some other day. But some other day, all the stuff I want may be gone. They've marked a lot of it down as much as 75% off. Well, like mother, like daughter. Mama loves a good sale.
Marianne's Hallmark is going out of business, and you can save as much as 75% on our inventory before we close for good.
Should end up with another beautiful day coming in today. Cold front on the march, though, with low pressure tracking in, and the thunderstorm chance will be increased as we head on through the day tomorrow. Marginal risk for severe storms. So Saturday kind of looks like it's going to be an indoor day. And then as we get into Sunday, hopefully getting the rain out in the morning and temperatures will come back down below average. So average is in the low 70s. Yesterday, most of us hitting the upper 70s. This morning, we're already in the what? Yeah, it's probably the 60s you're looking at. A gusty south breeze around and lots of sunshine. We'll keep the sunshine today in the upper 70s and quite breezy. Overnight tonight, the storms will start rolling in west to east to 61. Tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms, highs in the upper 60s, maybe a strong storm, heavy rain possible, a couple of inches of rain possible as we head on through tomorrow and tomorrow night before the rain tapers off on Sunday morning. Highs on Sunday only in the mid-50s, the lows will go into the upper 30s, and clouds to sun on Monday, highs only in the upper 40s, back into the 60s and 70s though beyond that. I'm Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Let's see here. Looking at the WCLU constant coverage and studio radar screen, things are pretty quiet this morning, but it's just a matter of about maybe 8 hours, and we'll see some shower activity begin to move in that direction. Pressure's at 29.89, 54% humidity, south winds at 13 miles an hour, 737 and 64 degrees here from WCLU.
I'm Roxanne Cloyd, also known as the noodle floating, calorie drowning, water weightlifting, woohoo yelling, floor balancing H2O aerobics instructor. As you probably guessed, that means I'm the splashing H2O instructor, Aqua Emotion, and we have lots of fun. If you have aches and pains in your joints, my class at Extreme Health Club is where you need to be. It's soothing to your body, and it's important that you don't throw in the towel, you dry off with it after a fun splashing H2O class at Extreme Health Club. Everything is more fun when it's in the water. Call me now. Classes fill up quickly. 651-3036.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local healthcare provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
BR Tire. We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
All right, listen up. We got some birthday honorees to celebrate with here. Let's just do it in the order of the day. This is the 13th day of April, and so we know that Nell Franz has a birthday. So does Glenna Gardner. Sandra Matthews. Gavin Decker is 19. Dan Atkinson has a birthday. It's Mitch Edwards. We sounded the gong for Mitch last hour, so I want to be sure and wish Mitch a happy 70th birthday today. Sally Shirley, Miss Sally is 81 today. Steve O. Franklin, Casey Meek, Christopher Pettigo has a big birthday today. Brandon Higdon, Brandon is turning 18 today. Now on Saturday, we've got Jeremy Alexander and his grandmother, Mary Coffey, sharing birthdays. We also have Guy Turcott. Martha Neal is 43. Loretta Hatcher is 60. And Carla Wurtzer has a birthday on Saturday. Sunday, we've got a gongaree that we haven't gonged yet, so let me rear back here and let you know that on Sunday, Beverly Hayes is going to be 40. Congratulations to Beverly Hayes on her 40th birthday. Tavion Wood's going to be 13 on Sunday. We took care of Debbie Lessenberry last hour and sounded the 60 gong, I think. But if I didn't, Beverly? Or Debbie, we will re-gong you for Debbie Lessenberry on her 60th birthday Sunday. Verna Abston, Andy DeVasier, Jeffrey Todd Lockett has a birthday. We have anniversaries for Tim and Brenda Smith, their 21st. And Jane and Joe Keys with an anniversary on Sunday. Phone lines are open, 651-9149, 800-956-1023 online. It's WCLU. Radio.com. And we've got certainly a delicious Dairy Queen birthday cake to give away, a beautiful rose from Greer's Florist, and here just in a few minutes we're going to reach into the magic hat and draw out a winner for a dinner at A Little Taste of Texas from our Good as Gold nominees of the week.
Hi, my name is Kaylee. My Nana and Papa own Quick Stop Shoe Store, 519 Happy Valley Road. Women's sandals such as Crocs, Chinook, Bionics. We now have Skechers and Chacos. We also have kids, Crocs, Chinook, and Chacos. Don't forget we have a large selection of work and muck boots. We also have Justin and Nakona wallets. Don't forget we have new styles of Skechers, sandals, and Chacos for women and kids. So come on down to the Quick Stop Shoe Store and check us out.
Attention, if your home or business experiences frequent drainage clogs and backups, Spots Plumbing now has a new jetter system that implements hot and cold water options to rid your drains of excess grease, roots, and any other substance that's causing you trouble. Ask about the Jetter Drain Cleaning System today, 678-1970.
There's way more than just the name. Spots Plumbing, while being the first you should call for your plumbing needs, is also the number you call if you need your driveway plowed or if you need salt spread to help melt the ice away. 270-678-1970. Let Bots be the first you call.
Don't forget today, by special request, we are patting on the back David Bradley. It's David Bradley Day, and David had a birthday back on Wednesday. We want to be sure and let you know that David's good as gold from WCLU and A Little Taste of Texas. Let's see here. We have several things that we kind of need to make sure that we get on the air here today. Some events that are coming up. You know, the Glasgow Musicale is inviting the community to come out to Gene Ritchie, Damsel with a Dulcimer, this coming Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock at the First United Methodist Church. This is a Kentucky Chautauqua program presented by Rachel Lee Rogers and sponsored in part by Kentucky Humanities Council, Inc. and the Glasgow Barron County Tourism Commission. Now, this event is admission-free with no advance reservations or tickets required. Just come on out and enjoy this Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. This Sunday morning at 11 a.m., the Joy Makers will be singing at the Center United Methodist Church. The 11 o'clock service. The church is located on Highway 314, Center Hiceville Road. Fellowship potluck will follow the service. Pastor Neil Jeffries and the church family invite all to attend.
Got a birthday for you.
Okay.
For today, happy birthday shout-out goes out to Candace Ritchie.
Okay, Candace Ritchie it is.
Happy birthday, Candace.
I'll get her on there.
All right.
All right, a couple of more things here I want to pass along to folks who are tuning in here, including the Liberty District Laymen sponsoring the General Association of Baptists in Kentucky State Laymen's Auxiliary Day tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. This is going to be at the Ralph Bunch Community Center. The message to be brought by the Reverend Terry Rice and the music provided by the Liberty District Laymen. And they can sing, and you're going to enjoy that for sure. And that's coming up tomorrow at the Ralph Bunch Community Center. All right, let's get over here, and Wes has got the hat to see if we can come up with a winner today.
Just close your eyes.
I'll close my eyes, and I will dig down in here, scoot all 3, 4, 5 of them in there around. I'm going to dig down in there and pick out one.
You got one.
Do I have one? Okay, all right. Can I open my eyes? It says here it's Avalon and Lillian Russell.
That's a 60-year couple.
60-year anniversary from yesterday. They won dinner at a Little Taste of Texas.
That'd be a nice anniversary.
That's right. Where is it? I got to hold it up here to the camera there. Avalon and Lillian Russell. Happy number 60, but they also, their name, like a big rabbit, was pulled out of the hat. Congratulations. 746 at WCLU.
Are you looking for... Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather round your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Housing Lender.
Good morning, friends. At Joel 3:13, it says, multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is at hand in the valley of decision. Here, the prophet Joel indicates that the Lord is waiting to see what decision his people will make. Will they choose his way of righteousness, or will they choose the foolish way of the world around them? Today, each of us have the same choice. Remember this, the road we choose to follow will determine the destination we reach. We cannot choose wrong and end up right. Our decisions will mold our habits, and our habits will mold our character. Little by little, bit by bit, we write the book of our life one day at a time, one page at a time. If the improper decisions are made regarding our actions, our speech, or our priorities, and if we make these over and over again, then we may well reach the point of no return. Each decision has consequences, some good, some bad. The Apostle Paul says at Galatians 6 and verse 7, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked, for whatsoever a man sows, that shall he also reap." One of the great truths of life is that we will often seek to avoid the consequences of sinful or foolish actions, but can find no way to do so. So it is that we must make God's word the standard by which decisions are made, or we will suffer for our own foolishness. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic, and that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
I can't wait to get my tax refund in because when I do, I'm headed to get this cell phone repaired and load up on all my favorite gadgets and accessories down at Gadget Patchers, located at 199 L. Rogers Wells Boulevard, right across from the TJ Pavilion. Gadget Patchers has a new shipment of fully refurbished cell phones on sale now. And why spend all your refund on a new box computer when I can go down to Gadget Patchers and get a fully refurbished laptop just like new, starting at $99. Everything they sell carries a 90-day guarantee, and if you mention WCLU, they'll give you a 10% off discount on any accessory in the store. Call for a repair quote today at 270-228-0000 or stop in at Gadget Patchers today.
Hack Whitty, Marita Whitty Lyle, David Whitty, Becky Lyle, names that have been trusted in this community for quality auto repairs for 46 years. Names you can continue to trust for many years to come. At Whitty's Complete Car Care, they specialize in all your car repair needs, including brakes, tune-ups, and diagnostics. And you won't believe their amazing tire prices. If you're ever in need of towing or unlocking service, Jeff is ready and waiting 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Whitty's Complete Car Care on Rogers Road in Glasgow, 46 years and counting. Well, we've got some unexpected news and we've got some big news. First of all, Unique Gifts is closing, but not until the end of next week. So all week long, you'll be able to save incredible deals all throughout the store in preparation to make way for something new coming to our community. Stay tuned for the end of May for that announcement. But starting Monday, April 16th, the whole store is 60% off. Then on Tuesday, it goes to 70% off. Wednesday, 80% off. All these items such as Pandora, Vera Bradley, Fiesta Wear, Cotton Colors, baby items, lotions, frames, holiday decor, Nora Fleming and Brighton Jewelry, and Kate Spade. 60% off Monday, 70% off Tuesday, 80% off Wednesday. Making room for something new coming to the community. Yes, we know you want to know, but we can't tell you for a few more weeks. So come by and see us at Unique Gifts, closing soon.
You know, when I was telling you about our Good as Gold honoree, where we were patting on the back David Bradley, this was a request. You know, it's one of the things that folks really enjoy doing is requesting folks who need to be patted on the back, and this was requested back for the 11th of April for David Bradley. It was his birthday on the 11th, and Crystal Walker called up, not called up, she actually submitted online this particular request. So David Bradley has nice folks thinking about him, and this is a wonderful way to honor special folks on their special day, just like Crystal did for David Bradley.
This check of your local weather from WCLU is brought to you by the People's Bank, working for you. 24-month CD, 2.32 annual percentage yield, valid March 21st through April 30th, 2018. $500 minimum opening deposit, substantial penalty for early withdrawal, not valid with any other promotional rate offer. New deposits only, no add-on rates applied, limited time, rate subject to change.
This is Terry Bunnell, Chairman, President, CEO of the People's Bank, and yes, you heard right, 2.32 annual percentage yield for a 24-month certificate of deposit at the People's Bank. Stop by our location at 605C Happy Valley Road. Take advantage of this great rate. The People's Bank, working for you, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Continuing to push the dry weather in. Some gorgeous weather expected today. Thunderstorms will roll in for, I'm going to say, at least a Saturday. Some of the rain may actually linger into Sunday. But let's enjoy what we've got, and that's the current picture. Yeah, you're looking at a lot of clear sky this morning and plenty of sun this afternoon. Upper 70s with a gusty southwest breeze. Tonight we'll watch some scattered showers and thunderstorms come in after midnight, low 60s. Tomorrow scattered storms are likely, upper 60s, heavy rainfall, maybe some gusty winds. Small hail possibility, marginal risk for severe weather. And that rain and thunder will linger into tomorrow night and early Sunday morning. Should dry out Sunday afternoon, but cooler weather, highs in the mid-50s. Monday morning temperatures back to jackets, upper 30s. Then clouds give way to sunshine and upper 40s for highs on Monday. And then the 60s returning on Tuesday. I'm Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. 64 degrees now at WCLU as we roll out of the rack, point our feet in the right direction, and enjoy Friday morning.
There are currently over 44,000 residents living in Barron County. Providing excellent customer service to such a large number of residents is a weighty task.